Alright, so I'm going to be previewing the college football playoff games. Penn State, Boise State tonight, Fiesta Bowl. So this should be an interesting one. So a lot more Boise State fans are the same, apparently, because Penn State already had a playoff game. Interesting with the grass situation. How will Ashton Genty respond to not winning the Heisman? So yeah, that Penn State defense holds up. Let's see. How Penn State's offense will play. They didn't play great against SMU. So I wonder. Yeah, Penn State defense played well against SMU, so it's it'll be interesting to kind of see how that plays out. How SMU, they're gonna be the first team we'll see to play after having to bye, and the first time we'll ever see anyone do it, because college football play this first year of the 12 teams. So see how that impacts things. Yeah, should be a close game, probably pretty high scoring. Yeah, I think probably pretty similar to kind of like the Big Ten Championship, just maybe a little less caliber team, It's high scoring, I would guess probably 30s. I think the teams will be able to move the ball somewhat pretty well. Should be pretty close. A pretty close game. Then Texas A&M versus Texas should be interesting as well. Peach Bowl. Quinn Ewers started the season great, didn't play that well the rest of it, and then got better. He played great against Clemson. That'll be interesting to see. The Texas defense has been really good. It'll be interesting to see how Texas, in my opinion, may have the best rush defense in the country. And they're going against Cam Scadaboo, probably the second best running back in the country. So it's going to be interesting to see that matchup. And again, should be a close game, maybe a little less high scoring than the previous game, but still I think should be pretty high scoring. I think all of these games have, although the one game I'll mention later, I don't think it's going to be that high scoring, but I think most of the games are going to be pretty high scoring. And yeah, the players might be nervous, which could play a part in offense is struggling. And then, but yeah, I feel like Texas versus some state again, high 20s, early 30s, that kind of game. No offense is moving it, but there'll be some stops and stuff. Turnovers, all that stuff. It'll be the Rose Bowl, Oregon, Ohio State rematch of a thriller. A lot of people are picking Ohio State in this one, which I'd be pissed if Ohio State won the national championship. Because they went 10-2. They didn't make the conference championship. Come on, a team that loses to Michigan and Oregon, their two biggest games, that really, come on. Is that, if an Ohio State fan wants to win the Natty, do they want to do it, just squeaking in, kind of the outsider? But, no, they don't. But, they played great against Tennessee. I don't think Tennessee is that good. SEC is struggling in bowls, which is interesting. So that could play a part in it. Which could also play a part in the Georgia Notre Dame game, which I'll talk about in a second. But I think Oregon, they won the first time, 32-31. But Oregon, they had control of the game pretty much. And with the bye, they'll be rested. I think Oregon will have more fans there, probably. That's 100% sure, but it's close to Oregon, but they have the rest time. They won last time at home by 1, but so it's going to be, I think, again, very close game. Probably similar score to the last one, 30s, maybe even higher. I don't know. Ohio State's offense has been, and they actually look pretty good last week. I think this is another high-scoring game. Again, 30s, mid-30s. And then, finally, the Notre Dame versus Texas in the Sugar Bowl. So Notre Dame's quarterback, Carson Beck, injured, will not play. Carson Beck. But their backup, Gunnar Stockton, I actually think is much better. Carson Beck sucks. Georgia, they were just okay this year. SEC's been struggling. But, they did play, their defense played great against Texas both times. They really seem to figure out Texas, so we'll see how they figure out Notre Dame. Notre Dame has had, they've had the most rest time out of anyone in the country. That's in the, because some teams haven't played bowls, obviously, but out of anyone in the playoffs, because they didn't play the conference championship, and they didn't play the first round. No, they did play the first round. Yeah, no, they didn't play conference championship, so, but So then they were good. They looked good against Indiana. The defense played great. Their offense played great. Good running back. Should be interesting. Georgia's got a good run defense. Riley Leonard, he's pretty good quarterback, but not great. I mean, Gunnar Stockton, we'll see how he does under pressure. But he looked good in the SEC Championship. Led them to a victory. So that should be another. I think that this is the only one I don't think will be super high scoring. Maybe like in the early, low 20s, mid 20s. All right, so I think in general, just all the games are going to be. I think they're all going to be probably 1 to 2 score games, 2 score max. I think I could see them all being 1 score games. I think the first round of the playoff, all the games are blowouts. I think this is going to be a lot closer with, teams at the bye getting rest. So it's going to be interesting to see. That's one of the main things I'm wondering, the buys, how will that affect? Because people don't like the bye. Some people are complaining about the buys, but saying they don't want the buys. They want the home games. But honestly, if it comes out and all 4 teams with the buys win, then we'll see. But yeah, it should be interesting. Or if all 4 teams that didn't get the buys win, maybe is it too much time rest? But yeah, we'll see how the future of the playoff is. Maybe it might get to like 16, which would be good. I think the perfect number is probably 8. I don't like how some teams are getting Noble, some teams getting 2, but I think 8 is probably the perfect number. Because, you're getting more teams in, but it's not too much. It's not going to take too long, just 3 games. And yeah. All right, bye.